The year was 1939. The world was on the brink of monumental change, with World War II looming on the horizon. But in America, a different kind of battle was being fought, a battle against hunger and economic despair. America was struggling to emerge from the Great Depression. The stock market crash of 1929 had left deep scars on the nation's economy, and by 1939 the effects were still being felt. Breadlines and soup kitchens were common sights in cities and towns across the country. Millions were unemployed, struggling to put food on the table. Families were torn apart by the stress of financial instability, and the American dream seemed like a distant memory for many. The government knew it had to act to prevent further suffering and social unrest. In response to this crisis, the government launched the first food stamp program. This initiative was part of a broader effort to provide relief and stimulate the economy. It was a bold experiment aimed at addressing both the immediate needs of the hungry and the long-term health of the agricultural sector. It was a simple idea: help farmers sell surplus food and help hungry families eat. The program was designed to create a win-win situation. Farmers would have a market for their excess produce, and struggling families would have access to nutritious food. This early program was as much about supporting agriculture as it was about alleviating hunger. The agricultural sector had been hit hard by the Depression, with prices plummeting and many farmers facing bankruptcy. The food stamp program offered a lifeline to these farmers, providing them with a steady demand for their products. Farmers, hit hard by the Depression, found a new market for their produce. This not only helped to stabilize their incomes, but also ensured that food did not go to waste. The program encouraged farmers to continue producing, knowing that there would be a market for their goods. Families, in turn, received assistance in purchasing essential food items. For many, this was the difference between going hungry and having a meal on. Fresh produce, dairy products, or other essentials. For every $1 of orange stamps purchased, families received blue stamps for free. These blue stamps were specifically designated for surplus foods, which helped to clear out excess stock and support the agricultural sector. These blue stamps could be used to purchase designated surplus foods. This ensured that surplus agricultural products were distributed to those who needed them most, reducing waste and providing essential nutrition to struggling families. This dual stamp approach aimed to stimulate agricultural demand, while also targeting assistance to those most in need. It was a carefully balanced system that sought to address multiple issues simultaneously, from economic instability to food insecurity. The initial program, though limited in scope, laid the groundwork for the more comprehensive food assistance programs that would follow. It was a pioneering effort that demonstrated the power of government intervention in addressing social and economic challenges. The legacy of the 1939 food stamp program can still be seen today in the modern Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, which continues to provide vital support to millions of Americans. The primary goal of the food stamp program was straightforward: to combat hunger. This initiative was born out of a pressing need to address the widespread food insecurity that plagued the nation, particularly during times of economic hardship. The government recognized that ensuring access to food was not just a matter of charity, but a fundamental responsibility to its citizens. The Great Depression had exposed the vulnerability of millions of Americans to food insecurity. Long lines at soup kitchens and bread lines became a common sight, highlighting the dire need for a more structured and reliable system of food assistance. The economic collapse left many families struggling to put food on the table, and the government had to step in to provide relief. The program aimed to provide a safety net, ensuring that even those with limited income could access basic nutrition. This safety net was crucial in preventing malnutrition and starvation among the most vulnerable populations. By distributing food stamps, the government could directly support those in need, allowing them to purchase food with dignity and autonomy. Beyond addressing immediate hunger, the program also sought to improve the health and well-being of low-income families. Access to nutritious food is a cornerstone of good health, and the food stamp program aimed to ensure that even the poorest families could afford healthy meals. This focus on nutrition was particularly important for children, whose development and future prospects could be severely impacted by poor diet. By providing access to nutritious food, the program aimed to reduce malnutrition and diet-related health problems, particularly among children. School lunch programs and other initiatives were introduced to ensure that children received at least one healthy meal a day. This not only helped in their physical development, but also improved their ability to learn and succeed in school. Furthermore, the program was designed to stabilize the agricultural sector. Farmers often faced the challenge of surplus produce, which could lead to financial losses and wasted food. By purchasing this surplus, the government could support farmers economically while also redirecting the food to those in need. By creating a market for surplus food, the government hoped to support farmers and prevent food waste. This approach not only helped to stabilize prices and incomes for farmers, but also ensured that excess food did not go to waste. It was a win-win situation, benefiting both the agricultural sector and the hungry. This dual focus on hunger relief and agricultural support characterized the early years of the food stamp program. The program was a pioneering effort to address multiple social issues simultaneously, recognizing that food security and agricultural stability were deeply interconnected. The program represented a significant step towards a more compassionate society, acknowledging the government's role in ensuring the well-being of its most vulnerable citizens. It was a recognition that in a prosperous nation no one should go hungry, and that the government had a duty to provide for those who could not provide for themselves. It embodied the belief that access to food is a fundamental right, essential for human dignity and societal progress. The food stamp program was more than just a means of providing food. It was a statement of values, a commitment to ensuring that all citizens had the opportunity to lead healthy, productive lives. This belief continues to underpin food assistance programs today, as we strive to create a society where no one is left behind. The early food stamp program, with its distinctive orange and blue stamps, underwent significant changes over the decades, adapting to the needs of the times. In the 1970s, the paper coupon system was gradually phased out and replaced with electronic benefits transfer, or EBT cards, marking a new era. These EBT cards, resembling debit cards, revolutionized the way beneficiaries received and used their food assistance, making the process more efficient. Gone were the days of carrying around cumbersome books of coupons. The EBT cards offered greater convenience and discretion, reducing the stigma often associated with receiving government assistance and making life easier. The shift to EBT cards also improved program administration, making it more efficient and reliable. It streamlined the distribution of benefits, reduced paperwork, and made it easier to track spending patterns, enhancing overall transparency. This technological advancement marked a major milestone in the evolution of the food stamp program, reflecting progress and innovation. Over the years, the food stamp program, now known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, has grown significantly. Originally established in the 1960s, the program aimed to address hunger and malnutrition in the United States. It has since evolved to become one of the most critical components of the social safety net, adapting to the changing needs of society and the economy. The transformation from paper stamps to electronic benefit transfer, EBT cards, has modernized the program, making it more efficient and accessible for recipients. Today, it serves as a vital safety net for millions of Americans struggling with poverty and food insecurity. The program reaches a diverse group of people, including working families, the unemployed, and those who are unable to work due to various reasons. In times of economic downturns, such as the Great Recession or the COVID-19 pandemic, SNAP has proven to be an essential resource, providing timely assistance to those in need. SNAP benefits provide crucial support to low-income families, ensuring they have access to basic nutrition. This support is not just about feeding people, it's about giving them the opportunity to lead healthier, more productive lives. Proper nutrition is fundamental to physical and mental well-being, And SNAP helps bridge the gap for those who might otherwise go without. Seniors living on fixed incomes and individuals with disabilities are among the most vulnerable populations that benefit from SNAP. For many elderly individuals, Social Security benefits are not enough to cover all their expenses, and SNAP helps them afford nutritious food. Similarly, people with disabilities often face additional financial burdens, and SNAP provides a critical lifeline. By supplementing their food budgets, SNAP helps these vulnerable populations afford the nutritious food they need to thrive. Access to fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains and proteins is essential for maintaining good health, and SNAP ensures that recipients can make healthier food choices. This, in turn, can lead to better health outcomes and reduced healthcare costs in the long run. Research consistently shows that SNAP lifts millions of people out of poverty each year. Studies have demonstrated that the program not only reduces food insecurity, but also has a positive impact on overall economic stability for low-income households. By providing a reliable source of food assistance, SNAP helps families avoid the difficult trade-offs between paying for food and other essential expenses. It provides a much-needed financial cushion, freeing up limited resources so families can afford other essentials like housing, healthcare, and transportation. This financial flexibility is crucial for improving the quality of life for low-income families, allowing them to invest in their future and break the cycle of poverty. Moreover, SNAP benefits ripple through the economy, stimulating local businesses and supporting job creation. When recipients use their benefits to purchase food, they are not only feeding their families, but also supporting the livelihoods of farmers, grocery store workers, and other food industry employees. When SNAP recipients spend their benefits, they inject money into grocery stores and farmers' markets, bolstering economic activity in communities across the nation. This economic boost can lead to more robust local economies, creating a positive feedback loop that benefits everyone. In essence, SNAP is not just a program for those in need, it is a vital part of the economic fabric of the United States, helping to build stronger, healthier communities.